Very good evening, all of you. Hope you all are doing well. Let's start with today's session. Quick recap of yesterday's session. Yesterday, we discussed about remaining typecasting functions, right? Converting anything to float, complex, string, and boolean. Then we started with one important topic that is operators, right? We discussed about what is operator, then what are operands, then what are unary operator, binary operator, their precedence, associativity, everything about that we have discussed. Now, today we are going to start learning each and every operators which Python has provided. In that, the first category we are going to learn that is arithmetic operator. Okay, as the name itself suggests, these operators operate only on numbers. Right or no? It is, as the name only says, arithmetic operator. The arithmetic is always done on numbers. But in Python, you can do it on complex numbers as well. And even you can do arithmetic operator on Boolean as well. Getting? So whatever arithmetic operators I'm going to tell you, you can use them on any combination of int, float, okay, Boolean, and complex. Any of these combinations allowed, like one complex, one int, both boolean, both integer, or one float, one complex, no problem. So you can do all the arithmetic operations on any of these combinations, like int, float, boolean, and complex. And basically, arithmetic operators are for performing mathematical operations or operations which are called as algebraic operations, operations on numbers. Now, on string, you cannot do all arithmetic. Only limitations are there. What are that? That I'll tell you. On strings, you cannot do each and every arithmetic operation. Maybe in some languages it is allowed. In Python, you cannot. Which operations from arithmetic are allowed on string? That I'll tell you later. But first, remember, you can do all the arithmetic operations on in, float, boolean, and complex. Okay. Now, each and every operator one by one, I'll tell you. First is unary plus and unary minus. Unary, why we have to call? Because it is going to operate on single operand. So plus and the operand or minus and the operand. Now, this unary plus and minus is called as assertion and negation. Assertion means that keep this operand as it is. If it's positive, it will keep positive, negative, negative. But when you use minus, it's called as a negation. It will just change the sign. If the operand is positive, it will make negative, negative, positive. This is negation. So it changes the sign. Positive becomes negative, negative becomes positive. But plus keeps it as it is. It is assertion. If it is positive, it will remain positive. It is negative, it will remain negative. Okay, so these are two unary operators, and then we have some binary operator in which the first one is double star. Okay, A double star B. It's called as raise to operator, power operator. A raised to B. It is going to give you A raised to B. Getting? Priority is highest. Actually, its priority is highest than unary also. That unary plus and minus which I gave just now. This one is having higher than that as well. Okay. So highest precedence and its associativity is right to left. Remember, not left to right. Meaning if I'm doing 2 double star 3 double star 2, okay, it is not going to do it from left to right. It will do it from right to left. Remember, some are there whose associativity is left to right. Yesterday we have discussed about associativity and all. Here it is right to left. First it will do 3 raised to 2. Now 3 raised to 2 is 9. And then 2 raised to 9. Now 2 raised to 9 is 512. Get it? If it is left to right, you will get different answer, guys. If it is left to right, it will be 2 raised to 3, that is 8. And then 8 raised to 2, which is 64. But you don't get answer 64. You get answer 512. If you want, I'll show you the demonstration. Okay? Quickly, I'll start with idle. See, if you are doing 2 double star 3 double star 2, you get answer 512. So this proves that the associativity is right to left, not left to right. Okay? And double star, highest precedence, associativity right to left. Always remember. Okay? After this comes multiplication. Then we have two types of division. One is float division and another is floor division. This is some special case in Python. Generally, you don't observe it in other languages. Here we have one is float division. Means your answer is always going to be float. Irrespective, the numerator and the denominator is integer. Like I'm doing 5 divided by 2. Because in some languages we have like that, like in Java, those who know little bit of Java, there 5 divided by 2 is only 2. It gives the integer answer because numerator is the integer, denominator is the integer, the answer is integer. Here it's not like that. Let the numerator and denominator be integer. Single slash will always give floating answer. Get it? So you're going to get 2.5. Isn't it? 5 divided by 2 is 2.5 you'll get. And multiplication, I did not tell you. A into B. It is going to add A B times. A into B. 2 into 3 if I write. So it is going to add 2 plus 2 plus 2. That is the basic concept. Okay? So multiplication, this is float division. Okay? And next is floor division. Floor. Now you'll say, what do you mean by floor? Okay? Always remember, floor division means it will give you the nearest integer, which is less than equal to that float division. Meaning, whenever you do A divided by B, when you do A divided by B, whatever answer you getting its nearest integer, less than equal to. It's like that. Floor of A divided by B. So normal float division and whatever answer you get, it will give you its floor. And floor means nearest integer less than equal to that number. Okay, meaning I'll tell you, like if you're having 2 and 3 consecutive integers, always consecutive only you have to consider. So if you take any number in between 2 and 3, floor is always 2. Let it be 2.1, let it be 2.001, let it be 2.9, whatever. Floor is always 2. Getting? So nearest integer, which is less than equal to that number. Okay, so for example, you have given 10 divided by 3. You will get answer 3.333. Now we want floor of that. So who is the nearest integer of this number, which is less than equal to that number? 3. Which is the nearest integer, which is less than equal to 3.33. The nearest integer is 3. Understanding? Similar to floor, we have ceil also, but here the concept is only floor. Ceil means the higher integer. Getting? And if you have negative numbers, remember if it is -2 and -3, I hope you know this number scale in school days. You might have studied 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay? So whenever you get any number between 2 and 3, the floor is 2. Any number between 1 and 2, the floor is 1. 0 and 1, the floor is 0. Getting? But remember, -3 and -2. Anything between -3 and -2. Floor is -3, not -2. Because -3 is smaller than -2. But 2 is less than 3. In 2 and 3, 2 is less. But between -2 and -3, who is lesser? -3. So therefore, you will get floor this side, not this side. Means if you're having minus 2.1, minus 2.999, whatever it is, the floor is minus 3. Okay, so remember that. And next in that, multiplication, I hope is clear. Then division is clear. Then floor division. And next is modulus. It gives you the remainder. A divided by B. Whatever the remainder is, it will return. I'll just make a clear first this both things. It will be clear to you and then we will proceed ahead. See ya. Now, if I do 5 divided by 2, the answer is 2.5, isn't it? But if I do 5 floor division 2, so it will take 2.5's floor. When you do single division, single slash division, whatever answer you get, it's floor. So can you tell me what is the floor of 2.5? 2,
2.
which is the nearest integer of 2.5, which is less than equal to 2.5. Nearest integer, you'll say 3 is also nearest and 2 is also nearest. But we have to take which is less than equal to that number. So nearest integer is 2. Therefore, you will get 2. Getting? See here, if I write 10 divided by 3, you will get 3.333. But if I do 10 double slash sleep, so what is the nearest integer of 3.333? 3. So now you'll get 3. Getting? And suppose you are taking minus sign. See, minus 10 divided by 3. The answer is minus 3.333. But if I take floor division, can you tell me who will be the nearest integer less than equal to minus 3? Will it be minus 4?
Minus.
Getting? I'm not able to hear you clearly. Is it from your side or from my side? From my side, you are able to hear me because I'm as if like someone is sitting very far and then. Huh. So minus 10 divided by 3. What you got? 3.333 minus sign. But when you take floor, so
Minus
which is
4.
the nearest integer?
Minus
Minus
4. 4.
minus 4. Again, like I guess Sohel, you are not sitting near, I guess.
No, sir. Is it fine now?
Now it is. Now it is clear.
Okay.
In between, like as if like you're standing very far and you're talking. Okay.
No problem.
Anyways, you got it. Minus 4 concept. Why? So floor. I hope the floor concept is clear to you, people. Floor and float and floor. Then coming to modulus. Modulus will return the remainder. A modular B. Okay? It is going to return you the remainder. Okay? So here only again, if A is positive, B is negative, yeah, both are negative, then what the rule is. So here they are following very basic old school rule, old school style rule is there. It is not like Java or something. In Java, no, what they do, they assume both are positive and they give you the remainder and just take the sign of the first operand. Whatever is the sign of the first operand, they give it. That is not rule of Python. In Python, how the rule is, I tell you. A modulo B, when you do, it is A, that is numerator, minus the denominator multiplied by A floor division B. Means you have to do A floor division B, floor division B. And whatever quotient you get, multiply by B and subtract from A. Whatever you get, that is the remainder. That is the simple rule. Getting? So if I write 5.5 modulo 2, okay, so you're going to get answer 1.5. Is it right? 2 to the 4, remainder 1.5. Right? But if I give you some combinations where they are positive, one negative, another positive, both negative, then how it will be? See here, 5 mod 2 if I'm doing, or I'm doing minus 5 modulo 2, getting? Or 5 modulo minus 2, or minus 5 modulo minus 2. All four combinations I've given. But I've given you the direct rule. What? Numerator minus denominator into floor division. So if I do 5 by 2, 5 divided by 2, the answer is 2.5. What is the floor of 2.5? 2. Tell me, if I divide 5 by 2, the answer is 2.5. But floor of 2.5 is 2. So you'll get answer how much? 1. Agreed? 5 minus 4. 2 into 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Coming to this now. Numerator is minus 5 minus denominator is 2 into. Can you tell me what will be the floor division of minus 5 by 2? First tell me only minus 5 by 2 if you do, you get minus 2.5. But what is floor of minus 2.5? Minus 2 or minus 3, guys?
Minus 3.
Minus 3. Floor is minus because it's negative. So floor nearest integer. Integer means you understanding, no? Whole number. So which is the nearest integer of 2.5, which is less than equal to 2.5. So nearest whole number is minus 3 because minus 3 is less than equal to this. You cannot take minus 2. Minus 2 is more. So it is minus 3. Agreed? Now, if you take minus 5 plus 6, minus and minus plus, and 2 into 3 is 6, you'll get 1. Is it right? Okay? Same way, if I go to the next one, your numerator is 5, denominator is minus 2, denominator is minus 2 into what will be the floor division of 5 by minus 2? Same. Minus 2.5 is floor, which is minus 3. Getting? What you'll get in this case, guys? 3 times minus. So it is going to be minus. Minus 2 into minus 3 is 6. So 5 minus 6 is minus 1. And last, if I take, what is the numerator? Minus 5 minus, what is the denominator? Minus 2. Numerator is minus 5 minus, what is the denominator? Minus 2 into floor division of this both. But when you take floor division of minus 5 by minus 2, you know both are minus, cancel. It is 5 by 2. Getting? It will be 2 only. Means it will be floor of 2.5, which is 2. Is it right? I hope you're understanding. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Comments, just don't type comments. Only whenever you want to answer or you have doubt, unmute and ask. That is more better way. Because many people, when they inquire, whenever I push the ad, many people ask me that how many students are there. Then if there are too much student, you won't be able to give the attention and all. This doesn't happen, and that is the reason I don't believe on that comments and all. Directly unmute, talk with me. I'll interact with you and give you the answer. Getting? And when I charge fees 499, 1000, so I expect some number, na guys. I cannot take 4 or 5. Then it has to be one-on-one session. And for one-on-one session, fees will be more. And that too, students are not ready to pay. So ऐसे मत करो. Getting? So think from both way. From teacher's perspective also, you have to think. So minus 5. Now this is going to become plus. So can you tell me minus 5 plus 4 is how much? Minus 5 plus 4. Is it minus 1? Yes. Okay. So this way the calculation is. Whereas in Java and all, they don't consider sign. What they do, let the signs be anything. While finding remainder, they consider both are positive and they give you the answer. And what they do is they give the sign of the first operand to the answer. So the same thing, if you try to do it in Java, you'll get 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. Same you're not getting in Python because Python follows old school rule. In school days, we were taught like this only to calculate remainder. Don't remember? Numerator minus denominator into quotient. This was the quotient thing. That floor division means quotient only. Okay? Okay, so this part, I hope it is clear. Quickly, if you want, I can show you some output. Like 5.5 modulo 2, if I write, it is giving 1.5. And if I'm trying to put all the combinations, 5.5 modulo 2, 5 minus 5 modulo 2, 5 modulo minus 2, minus 5 modulo minus 2. Okay, you can check the answers. Whatever answers we calculated, is it same 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1?
Yes.
Okay, ठीक है? Okay. Now, suppose if I give you one example, ठीक है? तुम लोग बताओगे -28 modulo 3 if I do. What should be the answer? -28 modulo 3. What is the numerator, guys? And meantime, you can just find out -28 divided by 3 is how much? -9.333. What will be the floor of it, guys? What will be floor of this? इसका floor क्या रहेगा?
minus
I hope
10.
-10. Very good. ठीक है? So keep that answer ready, -10, so that we can put it in that formula. So numerator is -28 minus, what is the denominator? 3 into, what is the floor division? -10. Yes or no? Just now we found -10. Now find out what you'll get. -28 plus 30. What should be the answer? 2. Yes or no? Quick. You should be quick in numbers. Number crunching should be. And Python is based only on mathematics. Python language is only derived from mathematical background because it has been invented only in that center. Yes or no? National Institute for Mathematics and National Research Institute, Netherlands. So that research center was specifically for mathematics, right? Anyway, so you got it. You can check -28 modulo 3. Is it 2? But the same thing you do it in Java. Getting? It will give you like 9 threes are 27. No? It will give you -1 answer. You try checking in Java. Here you get 2. Okay, so done. Now all the operators are clear to you. Unary plus minus. Okay, quickly we will move ahead. Then raise to operator, double star. Then I told plus minus. Sorry, then I told that unary plus minus called as assertion negation. Then double star I told you. Then about multiplication, division, floor division, modulus. And then last come binary plus and binary minus. This is not unary plus, binary, A plus B, A minus B. Correct? So double star is having highest precedence and the associativity is right to left. Then the next precedence is for this 4, which is left to right associativity. Yeah, but and then less precedence is binary plus minus, which is also left to right. Okay? They all 4 have same precedence. Therefore, their associativity is left to right. They too have same precedence. Therefore, their associativity is left to right. Okay? Okay. So rules are clear. Arithmetic operators are used to perform common mathematical operations. All the operators I have listed here: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponent, that is raised to, and floor division. Now, already I told you, can you do all these operations on any combination of float, int, right? Float, int, boolean, and complex. Any combination. See here, you're taking true plus 4.5. No problem. True is 1, it will give 5.5. ठीक है? You can do it with complex number also. 4 plus 5j plus 10 suppose. So it will add 10 to that 4 and 14 plus 5j you will get. ठीक है? Any combination. 4 plus 5j plus true if I write. No problem. True is 1. 1 will get added in 4. 5 plus 5j you will get. So combinations of int and float also possible. 10 plus 5.5 will give you 15.5. So any combination of int, float, complex, and boolean allowed. Point number one. Second, only complex cannot be operated on these two operators, modulus and floor. You cannot do it. You cannot operate this on complex. You can check. See, 4 plus 5j, floor division, 5 plus 6j if I do. It will give a error. See. Is it giving a type error? Unsupported operand type for floor division. Complex not allowed. Getting? Even if you do like this, meaning one floor, if you want, you put in a bracket, one complex and another complex. Then also it is not supported. See, complex and complex. Basically, floor and modulus, even modulus also. Floor and modulus are not applicable for complex number. That rule you have to remember. Getting? And all these operations you cannot do on string except one they have given, that is plus, where both should be string. If first is a string and second is a string, and you are doing plus, it will do concatenation. It will give you a new string in which there will be first string followed by second string. So this is string 1, string 2. Okay. So what you have to remember, these operators all are not applicable on string, only plus, and that too when both are plus, it will do concatenation. And one more, that is multiplication, but one should be a string and another should be a integer. Correct? Now doesn't matter here string and here int, here string also allowed. Now int means boolean also allowed because booleans are also internally 0 and 1. So this is one combination allowed on string. Here what it does is it does the repetition of string. How many times? In time. Okay. So this string is going to get repeated how many times? Int number of times. Okay. See, I'll give you a demonstration. Like here I'm writing hello and plus I'm writing world. It is concatenating it and giving you a new string. But if you try to do string plus some another, it is an invalid operation. Only these two combinations of strings are valid. See, double quote hello plus 40 if I write, it will give you an error. Type error can only concatenate string to string. Means on string, only which operation is allowed? Plus, where both should be string. And second, multiplication, and the second should be a number. Vice versa also allowed. When it 10 into hello or hello into 10. Here it will give you a new string in which hello will be repeated 10 times. Can you see? Hello, 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 hello is repeated how many times? 10 times. And you get a new string. Agreed, guys? Okay. Here, booleans also allowed into true if I write. It will work. True is 1. So hello repeated only one time. Getting? If you write 0, okay, it will give you an empty string. Now, some may say, like, if I give negative, getting? Then also it will give you an empty string because it's an illegal number for repetition. And it's not like first you can write a number and then also string. Still, hello will be repeated 5 times. Only these two operations are allowed on string. Getting? So all the patterns are clear to you, no? All of you. Sure. What you'll remember?
Yes.
Modulus and floor not applicable on which data type?
Complex.
Complex. Then int, float, boolean, and complex. Can you use any combination for all the
Yes,
operators? Yes.
Yes.
And for string, only plus is allowed for concatenation and star for repetition. See, any combination of int, float, boolean, complex allowed. Plus on both string does concatenation. If you are using plus on both the string, it is concatenation. And star on string and integer does repetition. And last, complex not allowed on mod and modulus and floor division. It is mathematically only wrong, I guess. Mathematically only you cannot get a remainder of one complex with another. Getting? Okay, so we will not go into more of mathematics proofs because our main intention is to learn language, isn't it? Instead of going in depth about maths proofs and all. Okay, but can you give me quick confirmation that all the arithmetics are clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, okay, good, very good. Let's move ahead. Next is about comparison. And at the end, once the operators are over, we will solve some MCQs and then we will solve some programs also based on it. Don't worry. Moving to comparison operator. Remember, comparison operators are all binary operators. Means you don't have any unary in this category. All are binary. And they are checking the relation what exists between two operands. What is the relation existing between these two operands? That is whether the first one is lesser than the second, or whether it is greater than, or whether it is less than equal, greater than equal, or whether it is exactly equal, whether it is not equal. So it is just going to check the relation between two values. And after that, the result is always Boolean. Okay, all of you, all those who are attending, not like only Lubda and Sohail are answering. Others also, clear? Others also, at any point, any doubt, please ask me. So comparison operator always returns answer Boolean. Answer is always going to be true or false. And what operators are given? See, A less than B. Okay, A less than B. So it will check whether A is less than B. Yes, answer true, otherwise false. A less than equal to B is there. If A is less than B or equal, doesn't matter. Then greater than B, A greater than equal to B, then exactly equal to B, whether both are exactly same, and A not equal to B. Okay? I hope you got it. Now remember, in this first case, in the first four cases, these four, you can use any combination of integers, okay, or float or boolean. Any combination means you are comparing one boolean with another or one int with boolean is allowed. Okay. First, what you'll remember only for this four, what combinations are allowed? Int, float, and boolean. Any combination means both are float, one is int, one is float, or one is boolean, another is int. No problem. Okay, that you have to remember. Next, for this, any data type combination allowed. Even complex also allowed. Getting? Complex, integer, float, string, everything allowed. Any combination. In this case, you cannot do, in this four, you cannot do which comparison? Complex. Getting? And for string, if you're doing this four for string, then both should be string. Understanding? First of all, remember this two allows any combination. Any combination of int, float, boolean, complex, string allowed. For this four, complex not allowed. Okay, you can do comparison between int, float, and boolean, not complex. And string on this four allowed, but both should be string. Like one integer and one string not allowed. Both string. And when it is comparing string, it is comparing lexicographically. Now you'll say, what is lexicographically? This is just a technical terminology. In a simple terms, you can say lexicographically meaning alphabetically. It is going to compare it alphabetically. Understanding? No? So alphabetic order, you know it like so many times you have seen your merit list is generated, your seat numbers are generated. Yes or no? In your company also, the employee lists are generated. So it is kept in a alphabetic order, no? Right? Those who come first, A, then all those who are starting with A, then starting with B and all. In A also, then second letter is checked. Yes or no? Like if it is AJ and AJAY is there and AJEET is there. So now first AAJJ is same. So third is E and A. So Ajay will go up, Ajit will come down. I hope that things you know. This is called as alphabetic order or lexicographically. So now if you're doing comparison, this four on string, it is going to do lexicographical comparison. Okay? And here any combinations allowed. Any combinations for equal to and not equal to. But for this four, if string, both should be string. For this four, complex not allowed. And int, float, and boolean, any combination you can do. Okay, I hope you will remember that. Little bit confusing, but I'll tell you. See here, if I'm comparing 10 with true, no problem. One is integer, one is boolean, will do. True is 1. So is 10 less than 1? No. Answer is false. Okay? I hope you will remember this. But in this, if who is involved, string, see double quote 10, it will give a error. Less than, not supported between int and string. Even complex number also. If you are trying to compare one complex number with another complex number, it will give a error. Not supported between complex and complex. Understanding, guys? But complex, basically complex is not allowed only for that four. That four which I gave, you cannot do that four operations on complex. Is not allowed only. ठीक है? String allowed है. वो चार पे string कर सकते हो, but दोनों string होने चाहिए. Getting like this. Double quote 10 less than double quote 20. But हमें लगता है कि numerical comparison हुआ. That is 10 is compared with 20 and 10 is less than 20, therefore true. No, it has compared character by character, guys. उसका Unicode consider किया. So one Unicode is less than 2, therefore you are getting true. But suppose if I give you like this, I'm giving 5 less than 100. Now both are string, so it is allowed. Both string allowed. Now what will happen is, हमें लगता है, we think as if like 5 is less than 100, it should give true. But no, it is lexicographical comparison. So it will compare letter 5 with letter 1. Whose Unicode it will take? 5 and 1. And 5's Unicode is more than 1's Unicode, it will give you false. Getting? And normal strings are there. Like suppose I'm taking Ram less than, and it is case sensitive, remember. So double quote Ram less than double quote Sita. So alphabetically tell me, if I do sorting, will Ram come before Sita? L M N O P Q R S. Does R come before S?
Yep. Yes.
So alphabetically, Ram is lesser than Sita, alphabetically. Therefore, it will give you true.
Yes.
Understanding? So concept, I hope you got it. If you are doing that first four comparisons, less than equal, greater than equal. What combinations are allowed? Int, float, boolean, any combination. String allowed, but both should be string. Complex not allowed. ठीक है? And equal to and not equal to, any combination allowed. ठीक है, सी 4 + 5j double equal to 6. Obviously it is false because they are not same. 4 + 5j double equal to 4 + 5j. Will it give true? Yes. So in that remaining two, double equal and not equal, there any combinations allowed, huh, guys? देखो अगर मैंने लिखा 10 double equal to 10 allowed. Obviously double quote 10 and number 10 are different because it is a string 10 and this is number 10. It will come false only. ठीक है? ओके, तो व्हाट इज द कंक्लूडिंग रूल? कंक्लूजन क्या निकालना है, याद रहेगा ना? ठीक है, आई होप हिंदी इज लिटिल बिट कंफर्टेबल ना एवरीवन. इफ यू आर नॉट देन यू कैन टेल मी. आई हैव बीन टेलिंग इट इन एवरी सेशन, so sometimes like if Hindi you are not comfortable, I'll stick to English only, no problem. What combinations you'll remember? Less than, equal, greater than, and greater than equal. For all four, what is allowed? Any combination of int, float, boolean. Can we use any combination on any of these four? Yes. Complex
Yes.
allowed?
Not.
No. Very good. String allowed? Yes, but both should be string. String allowed, but both should be string. And in that case, the how the comparison is lexicographically. And for double equal to and not equal to, is every data type combination allowed? Every string also, complex also, any combination you can use. Like one is complex, one is string. Anyway, answer is going to come false only, but there it is allowed. Okay? And one last point I forgot to tell you about this, that in case of comparison operator, they follow chain rule. Again, maths only. So that's what at every point I'll try to tell you that how Python goes to old school style. Means in our school days, we have learned transitivity rule and all. I hope you might be remembering this. Like if you write A less than B less than C, such mathematics rule we have applied. It's called as a chain rule. Means we say like A is less than B and B is less than C means automatically A is less than C. Getting? So such chain rule is applicable in Python. Getting? You can write like this: A less than B, greater than C. But how Python evaluates it? Python says in the chain, if everyone is true, then only the final result is true. In the chain, if each and every relation is true, then only the final answer is true. But it is allowed. See here. I'm writing 10 less than 20 less than 30. So is 10 less than 20? Yes. Is 20 less than 30? Yes. So complete chain is true. Answer is true. See, 10 less than 20, 20 greater than 5. Is 10 less than 20? Yes. Is 20 greater than 5? Yes. You'll get answer true. Getting? See, 10 less than 20, 20 greater than 5, 5 less than 100, 100 greater than 200. So in this chain, is any one coming false?
Yes.
The final answer is false. Getting it? That simple rule it is. So remember that rule also. And left to right, it is going to do it left to right. So quickly we will understand this so that we can move with the next operators. So comparison operators are used to compare two values. And remember, comparison operator are having lesser precedence than arithmetic. Arithmetic से किसको कम precedence है? Comparison. Like if I write 2 plus 3 greater than 10 divided by 2, कुछ brackets वगैरह लिखने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. You don't have to put brackets as well. It is known only that arithmetic is done first and then only comparison. It will not do 3 greater than 10 first, right? It will do 2 plus 3 first, then 10 divided by 2, 5, and then it will compare 5 greater than 5. Okay, so arithmetics are having more precedence than comparison. So comparison operators are used to compare two values. All the operators are given exactly equal, not equal, greater than, less than, greater than equal, less than equal. ठीक है? Here they don't have three equal like JavaScript. कुछ लोग JavaScript के background से भी आए रहेंगे. So here we don't have. See, I have given all things. These four operators are there, no? Greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. Can we use any combinations of int, float, and boolean? Int, float, boolean. Is it possible? देखो, true less than 100. चलेगा. True is 1. 1 less than 100. Yes, answer is true. Okay. Then this equal to and not equal to. Can I apply any combination of data types? Any
Yes.
combination. Okay. Then for this 4, you can apply string, but both should be string only. Getting to less than equal, greater than, only string. And remember, complex you cannot apply on these 4. On this you can do it, but here you cannot. You cannot check one complex number greater than another complex number. Not allowed. Okay? Okay, so can you give me quick confirmation about this? Others also, others भी जो new join हुआ है वो लोग भी. I hope you're getting it. It's not that difficult to understand. And if you have problem, you can tell me that. Later also personally you can tell me, no problem. Okay?
Yes.
Sure. Then we will move to the next operator, that is logical. Okay? Quickly we will discuss about this logical operators. Now these logical operators are used for combining comparison operations. In the previous slide we have discussed that comparison. Getting? So if you are having comparison operations, okay, and you want to join them, then you can use these logical operators as a connective. Like suppose you're having one expression A greater than B, and maybe another is B less than C, and you want to check whether they both are true, whether this is also true and this is also true. So you can use a connective between them. This in 11th, 12th also you might have studied. 11th, 12th if you have learned maths. So in that we had some part of discrete mathematics. Then if you did engineering, then in engineering we had a separate discrete mathematics subject only. So A greater than B, B less than C, and to join them, we can use this logical operators. But remember in Python, these logical operators are English words, they are keywords. They are not two ampersand sign like C or JavaScript, proper English. And here when it will give true, when both are true. When A greater than B is true and B greater than C is also true, then only the answer is true. Okay? And it is short circuit evaluated. Short circuit evaluation means it is not going to evaluate both. It will only check the first part, this first part. And if this first part is coming false, direct answer is false. It will not even check what is the second part. Whether the second part is true or false, it is not bothered. Why? Because the first part has come false. And in ending, when one is false, the entire answer is false. एंडिंग में अगर एक फॉल्स है पूरा आंसर ही फॉल्स है तो ये पार्ट चेक भी नहीं करेगा इट विल नॉट इवन चेक वेदर बी इज लेस देन सी so that is called short circuit evaluation short circuit in electric terminology the current is flowing and somewhere it is disconnected the disconnection happen we say in a short circuit so here also see it will evaluate this first and then this first result will decide whether to go to the second or not इसके रिजल्ट पे तय होगा आगे जाना है या नहीं so if suppose the first part is coming true then it has to go ahead and check whether this is also true or no understanding because in ANDing when both are true then only the result is true remember false 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 true true false and true true all truth combinations I'm doing ठीक है prepositional calculus वगैरह ये पढ़ा रहेगा तो. Now if I'm doing ANDing of this, as both are false, any one is false. In short, from this two, is one false? Answer is false. False. Here false, and here true. Understanding? ठीक है? So in case of ANDing, if both are true, then only the result is true. If both are true, the result is true. Otherwise, if any one is false, the answer is false. Then we have another operator, that is OR. Okay, so we have operand 1, operand 2, and OR. Now in this case, either of them is true. Either of them. If the first one is true, then also answer is true. If second is true, then also answer. Any one is true, the answer is true. Here the combination is like this. See, false, 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 true, true, false, and true, true. Remember, here also it is short circuit evaluated. If the first part is coming true, direct answer true, it will not check the second part. And in case of ANDing, if first is false, direct answer false, it will not check the second part. Here, if we are doing ORing, false or false, false. Here you'll get true. Here you'll get true. Here you'll get true. Why? Because any one from that is true. Second to be true है, पहले तो भी true है या दोनों true है. The answer is true. Understanding? So in case of ORing, when either of the operand is true, the answer is true. In case of ANDing, when both are true, then only the answer is true. And the last one is not. It's a unary operator, not. Okay? It will give the complement of that operand. If the operand is true, not will give false. If operand is false, not will give true. If this is true, you'll get false. If this is false, you'll get true. Not does the complement. Okay? And precedence wise, remember, not is having more precedence than and then or. Always remember, not is having higher. It is a unary. And or are binary. So lesser precedence is to and then to or. Highest is to not. Okay? I hope you are remembering this. Properly you'll remember. But now what happens is sometimes the operands are not Boolean. Then what it does? Okay, like you are writing A and B, but A and B are not Boolean. They are something else. Like A is an integer, B is a string. Doesn't matter. What it will do, it will implicitly consider it as Boolean. Okay? It will implicitly consider it as Boolean. And yesterday I've given you when we converted anything to Boolean, who are false and who are true. I hope you remember 0, 0.0, 0 plus 0 j, and empty string. Okay, empty string. All are false. Everything other than that are true. इसके अलावा सब कुछ true है. ये सब false है. ठीक है? So suppose you are writing A and B, and A and B are not Boolean. They are some other data type. No problem. What it will do is, in case of ANDing, it will give you the last truthy value if all are true. अगर A and B दोनों true है, तो last true देगा. Or first falsy value. First falsy. Or last truthy. Last truthy when all are true. Getting? An exact opposite is for or. A or B. In this case, it will give you the first truthy or last falsy. इसमें क्या आता है? Last truthy. Because इसमें सब true चाहिए ना. So when all are true, it will give you the last true value. Otherwise, first falsy value. In this case, first truthy और last falsy. अगर सब false है तो last false देगा, या जो पहला true है वो पहला true दे देगा. ठीक है? Rules याद रखो. Please remember. I'll give you an illustration like this. अभी नॉर्मल अगर ये ऐसे बुलियंस है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, 10 लेस देन 50 एंड 100 ग्रेटर देन 10, ठीक है। तो नाउ इन दिस केस टेल मी, इज 10 लेस देन 50? यस, ट्रू। तो एंड है तो इट हैज टू कम टू सेकंड पार्ट आल्सो टू चेक वेदर द सेकंड इज ट्रू और नो। इज 100 greater than 10? Yes, both are true. Answer is true.
True.
Okay. But if suppose I'm writing 5 greater than 10 and 100 greater than 10. But in this case, as first part only is coming false, is 5 greater than 10? No, false, direct answer false. It will not check the second part as well. Getting? And same thing if you put it in or. See. Now in case of or, is 10 less than 50? Yes. Now first part is only true. Direct answer true. It will not check the second part as well. Okay? And this case, suppose you are doing or. Now in or, is 5 greater than 10? No. But it is or operator, therefore it has to check whether the second is true or no. Because in or, at least one should be true. Is 100 greater than true? 10 true? Yes. It will give answer true. Okay? But in this case, what was happening? All are Boolean. But if someone gives you value other than Boolean, see here, I'm writing double quote Ram and double quote Sita is legal. Okay. Now internally, what is Ram, double quote Ram treated? Will it be considered as true or false? Just now I listed who are false. 0 is false, 0.0 is false, empty string is false, and 0 plus 0 j is false. Everything other than that is true. So tell me double quote Ram, true, as it is and first is true. It has to check whether second is true. Sita is
True.
also true. It will return the last Truthi value. If all are true, all true, last Truthi value. So who is the last Truthi value? Sita. It will give you Sita. Getting? And if the same thing if you put it in or, तो और में क्या लाके देगा? और में फर्स्ट त्रुटि और लास्ट फॉल्सी, फर्स्ट त्रुटि और लास्ट फॉल्सी, एंडिंग में लास्ट त्रुटि और फर्स्ट फॉल्सी। अंडरस्टैंडिंग? देखो, तो ये और है, फर्स्ट ही त्रुटि है, फर्स्ट ट्रू है ना राम, इट विल गिव यू दैट फर्स्ट त्रुटि ओनली, दैट इज राम। गेटिंग गाइस? जैसे अगर अज्यूम करो आई एम राइटिंग एम्प्टी स्ट्रिंग एंड सीता, ओके, now tell me, and Sita, if I have written empty string, ending, as it is
False.
an empty string, it is false.
Yes.
So first false ही return करेगा, that is empty string. Okay, ठीक है. In next session, some more examples on this category we will learn. ठीक है, don't worry. Some more I'll give you, and then remaining operators will try to cover. ठीक है. For today, we have to take a pause over here only, guys.